Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right,
Thank
Senator
you
Wicker,
very
welcome.
much, Mr. Chairman. Can you hear me all right?
So you're loud and clear.
Good. I want to ask Mr. Oley and Mr. McNulty about optional set-asides. Last year, the committee unanimously approved America's Water Infrastructure Act. This bill included a provision that I championed along with others to allow states to set aside up to 2% of their clean water state revolving funds to provide technical assistance to small, rural, and tribal publicly owned treatment works. Can each of you, Mr. Oley and Mr. McNulty, comment about how optional set-asides within state revolving funds um, provide flexibility and the extent to which they're helpful?
Thank you, Senator Wicker. Yes, we fully support the 2% set aside. We think it's a really vitally important piece to ensuring that small communities get access to that technical assistance. And what we see through that is that technical assistance provides work on technical, managerial, and financial aspects of water system management. It ensures that those systems are sustainable in the long run, that they've got the financial resources to access, but also the set aside in particular sends just a critically important note to states about how important this technical assistance program is.
Senator, that is an incredibly successful program here in West Virginia. We're already using it. We've been using it for years, and we just applaud the effort to continue to do that and even increase that funding.
Okay, well, look, let's, Mr. McNulty, you stay on the line here because I want to give everybody an opportunity to talk about this if you want to. Do we have enough trained personnel? The Labor Department last year recognized my state of Mississippi um, for the apprenticeship program. We're training 5 apprentices. Um, how does a shortage of trained water operators affect a system? And has this been a problem for you in West Virginia, Mr. McNulty? And then we'll ask the other panelists to answer in turn.
But yes, it's a big problem. With the retirements that are going on right now that we're seeing, especially our smaller communities, they're having a hard time attracting operators. Especially in southern West Virginia in the coal fields. And so, yes, it's a very, very important program to continue with.
Mr. Olive and others?
Yes, Senator Wicker, the workforce issues that are confronting small and rural communities is really important. We have a silver tsunami coming over the next decade of retirements. And so ensuring that we both build a pipeline of new operators and folks in the water sector is important, but also ensuring that we have good sustainable jobs for those folks, that we encourage veterans and other folks that would be really great transitions into the water industry is important, and ensuring that we attract young people into the industry is another key component to this.
Anyone else?
Yes, Senator Wicker, this is Keisha Powell from DC. I would agree. I think that with it's been difficult to attract replacement workers to the water sector, which makes it that much more critical that we focus on this issue and that we put funding behind training a workforce so that our utilities will that will have sustainable operations. And I think in DC, our CEO, David Gaddis, has also implemented workforce apprenticeship programs to make sure that where we have a void, we're trying to use this as an opportunity to train a new workforce, potentially folks that are at risk that might not otherwise look at the water sector.
This is Shelley Chardon. If I may I will go with yes to everything everyone has said already, and also highlight that there are some states that are reaching out through community colleges or vocational schools in trying to increase level of training and working with departments of corrections in helping to prepare inmates that are about to come back into society, get some of that training. And we're also seeing some of our retiring operators staying on to assist other systems or becoming circuit rider technical assistance providers, which is also a program that's very helpful.
Ms. Chard, how important are technical assistant grants?
Incredibly important. We know that through training that can be provided, we can extend the lifespan of equipment because it's being properly maintained and operated. Technical assistance providers can also help us make sure we do have adequately trained operators. They can help us with emergency response, which is super important.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Chairman.